platforms that you guys use? I know you're on TikTok.
Instagram.
We're on IG. We're on Twitter. I know it's for the old folks, but Facebook.
Thank you, thank you.
What else do we have? Where else can we pretend? I can create a fake email, can I? Yeah. Okay, email. All right. What about phone? Don't y'all have like Apple numbers or something like that? Like Google numbers? Is that a thing? You can create a fake number, right? You can change your number, right? That don't give you any ideas if you did not know that before. Okay, don't do it. All right. So if there are 85 at Snapchat, I have no idea how many filters you have over here. Okay, which shows me that real, REEL, okay, it can be false. Okay, if I said the word catfishing, where would you put that?
Real, REEL.
Okay, yeah, you gotta specify, okay? Because we established that we were a real one when we came in. But some people are real ones, and some people are real ones, right? Okay? So catfishing will go over here. Whatever. Alright? What else will go on this side? Or what'll go on this side? How about that? You put yourself up here? What else will go on this side?
Honest. Trusting.
Reflection.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that reflection and I'm gonna say growth. Mindset.
Consciousness.
Talk to me. Throw them out. I don't know how to spell that word. I'm a real one. I'm a real one. What else? What else would go on this side? Or this side? I'm cool with this.
Originality.
Okay.
Identity.
True. Can I throw that on there?
True.
Identity.
If you put a mentor on that? I would put a mentor on that.
Mentor?
Yeah.
Why are we here? Right? Right? That's the bottom line, okay? We are trying to establish a campus, a community of real ones. Y'all understand that? Okay? What time doing this? 28. You ready?
You're good.
Yep, I'm good? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay? This is what we're trying to get to. This is where we live today. Y'all understand that? Okay? So right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 students in here. Okay? We have 14 students in there, which makes up 22. Okay? 22 students that are getting the news of the day. Okay? That they're a real one. Okay? It's gonna be your 22, y'all's job to, I'm gonna say infect, okay? Okay, inspire, influence the remainder of our campus to become real ones. If we're able to establish this, all of these things are the limit, the sky's the limit, okay? The originality, the self, the honesty, the trusting, that judgment-free zone, we could have kept going all day on this side. Y'all understand that? Anybody got any questions for me so far? What you got?
Do you have to try to influence, affect, infect, or be contagious to others if you're a real one, or does it just happen? It just happens.
How much work goes into being a real REEL one? A lot of work, right? Yeah. Snapchat, all the filters, you gotta find one of them 85. And then you gotta make sure the lighting right. You gotta make sure your outfit right, your makeup right, your eyebrows right, your lashes right. You understand?
You gotta put your caption.
Yeah, your caption gotta be, you know the caption gotta be on, the song that's in the background, what time you posted. Y'all ain't know I knew that, huh? These peak posting hours, yeah, I know about that. I know. Y'all understand that? Takes a lot of work to do this. This right here is effortless. It's effortless.
More effortless.
Right? Effortless. Y'all got me? So can we say that real, REEL, are lies, and real, REAL, is where you realize? Is that safe? Is that safe to say? You realize who you are, you realize what you are, you realize what's real, what's not, who's real, who's not, who's fake, who's, yeah? Yeah? Okay, cool. Alright, let's do it, man. I don't wanna keep harping on this, cause it's a lot of verbiage. I know y'all been doing a lot of writing, taking notes in the other classes. So, okay, I pre-introduced him earlier, okay? I told you who he was to me, alright? Now I'm going to tell you who he is, as a whole, okay? Mr. Alexander from North Houston, okay? He is an Aldine product. Oh, I didn't tell y'all, me too. But I ain't go to this school. We ain't gonna talk about it. All right, cool. So he is an Aldine product. He is a pillar in our Aldine community, okay? He is a pillar in our Aldine community. So that means to me, it does not just serve a service this side of town, okay? I don't think he just serves this district. He's all over, okay? What he does on a day-to-day basis, he is a master trainer, okay? He owns his own business. He owns his own training facility called Missing Element Sports Performance. He is also a brand, okay? I'm gonna let him get into the branding part of it, but y'all see the little, what does that look like? Wi-Fi. Okay, cool, perfect. We're gonna make that the end. All right, cool. All right, so he is his own brand. He is Mr. Alexander to me, but to you guys today, he is Mr. the Poet. So give him a round of applause.
I want to thank y'all for having me and being attentive, right? Just so we won't be strangers, y'all won't have a stranger up here talking to y'all. Like you said, I'm an Aldine product. I went to Aldine Eisenhower. From Aldine Eisenhower, I was a football player, track athlete, a multi-sport athlete. Not only that, I mean, I maintained 3.6 GPA, so I wasn't just what they call a dumb jock, right? With that, I chose to go to Florida State. I went to Florida State. From Florida State, I was fortunate enough and I'm blessed to make it to the NFL. I stayed in the NFL for 4 years, two officially. I played with the Texans, Tampa Seahawks, Cowboys, Jaguars, right? That was that phase of my life. Now I'm a business owner, right? My brand is Missing Element, ME, Sports Performance and Fitness. Sports Performance and Fitness, ME, the acronym is ME, Missing Element. You are the missing element. Your true power lies within, right? If you know what the periodic table is, what's the periodic table? Do we know what does the periodic table consist of? All elements known to man, right? Liquids, gases, and solids, right? If you look on the periodic table, if I were to pull up the periodic table, you will not see ME on there, right? So I know that we are all carbon-based life forms, right? So carbon is on the periodic table, but do you define yourself as your physical form or your consciousness, the spirit, the energy that lies within you? Which one do you consider yourself as?
You can't be a real one if you're carbon.
Carbon, because our physical form is just gonna stay here and die, right? It's gonna, and then your energy does what it passes on. So your energy, who you are from the inside, is limitless, right? So on the periodic table, you have protons, neutrons, electrons. Obviously, they have the atomic number, the atomic mass, and things of that nature. So that's a limit, right? It puts a limit on what's in this reality or in this realm. Who you are, your energy, is more so your atomic mass, your atomic number is infinity. If you know that it exists, or if you know that your true power lies within, if you can identify with it, right? If you don't, if you can't identify that, if you can't identify with that, you'll put a limit on yourself, right? You'll look in the mirror at your physical form and put a limit on it. You'll put a limit on the possibilities. You'll put a limit on literally everything. I call it relying on outside sources of feedback, right? Allowing him to say, or you to say, or someone else to say, this is who you are, and me actually giving it a thought in the sense of allowing you to limit who I am, right? And you can't limit who you are either, right? So let's go on. So outside of my brand, which is Missing Element, it's more than brand, but I'm also a spoken word artist. So that means I'm a poet. So I'm pretty good with words, right? One thing that you'll realize about me, I was born with what they call a speech impediment. When I was younger, I used to stutter like ridiculously, like bad, to the point where they thought I was remedial.
It was
But
bad.
It was bad. But not understanding, I was reading encyclopedias at the age of 3 because my dad's an entrepreneur, so he put a lot of effort. Not saying that just because you're an entrepreneur that your kids can't learn early at an early age. But I was reading encyclopedias, like National Geographic. Those were my points of interest. So I just couldn't get on stage or get in front of the classroom when the teacher said read out loud. It was like a whole. I felt this small and anxiety, and so they used to think I was remedial until they called my grandmother to the and my father to the school to tell them that they think I need to be in a slower class. So my grandmother, knowing who she is, she was like, "Can you give him a test?" And it was a placement test, and I ended up taking a placement test, and it was like, he can move up. He can move up or whatever. So they left me alone with that. MR. So who I am is Mr. As a poet. My name is Mr. the Poet. I am myself. MR, mentally ready. That's what MR stands for. It's an acronym. So how it goes. This is my slogan. I'm Mr. the Poet. MR. I'm mentally ready. Because I'm connected to the universe like Wi-Fi. Mr. Alexander, I'm mentally ready because I'm connected because I stay connected to the universe like Wi-Fi. That's what this is, all right? So with that, I'm gonna share a piece with you guys because I do this a lot. Like I go around speaking to. My passion is sports and things of that nature, but my main passion is influencing the next generation to be better than we are, and I'm sure that's why every parent, every student, everybody that's a mentor or that's someone that's older than you, that's an influencer or a real influencer, they should have your better interest in mind, right? So we're gonna get into one of the pieces that I wrote. I wrote this like a while ago. I've never performed it though, so this is gonna be the first time I actually perform it. So it goes. And the name of this piece is called Our Future. It says, see me, I have the privilege of speaking to kids at Little Leagues, career days, assemblies. Every troubled child I've ever known eventually became a friend to me. I'm sure it's because of what my approach is. I'm like a coach that don't care about little encroachment as long as I get through to them. Yeah, they tend to get out of pocket, but then they realize, now they see things clearer. I look them dead in their eyes so they can see that I'm not judging, I'm but a mirror. Then I rap to them like, them blind spots got you feeling for the streets without a clue of what really lies inside of you. Poverty's been so close to kin. It's hard to see their lives without it. Their futures lie right in front of them, but some turn blind eye and doubt it. I would prefer you to be far more successful than me, so why would I lie about it? No, I don't know the life you live, but all roads to failure and success are severely clouded. But as we grow older, we realize that wisdom and age ain't synonymous. Who you choose as friends is big business, so make them your conglomerates, who conglomerate to change the current currencies in your current economic state. Be wise to the current you rise. Be wise to the current you ride. Understand that the tide always recedes before a tsunami wave. It gets greater later. It gets greater later. Or if you see things, clearer, you'll eventually get paid. And your reputation is big too. It's hard to build if others don't dig you. I'm saying if you got problems, then they got problems, so they got to dig too. Let this be the beginning of your legacy, so the next generation digs you.
as you can see, I came to speak now to the future generation. See, society's got you trapped in your minds, confined. Now, that's hard time. But it's got you feeling that everything is fine. Oh, oblivious. Ain't even got a thought inside to be curious. But they just want to be successful. But they delirious, living in a state of delirium. Not one of them thought inside it, but it's literally killing them. But like synonyms to respirators, I'm trying to revive the little life that's still in them, instilling them. Immaculate thoughts like Olympian, Super Bowls, Wimbledon, anything else, then you can fill it in because it's those premature heartbeats that keep me inspired. Until they beat, right down through the wires. Yeah, even through the wires, forever inspired. To inspire the uninspired so that you know that you can be more than status quo. You can be more than average Joe. You can be more than just a jock. You can be more than everything they say you're not. So just be more. So I know I kind of ran through it pretty fast, right? So I'm just gonna go through and pick some spots to where I'm gonna share with you my mindset behind it and my intention in the words, right? So obviously I have the privilege of speaking to kids at career day assemblies. Every troubled child I've ever known is because of what my approach is. Every troubled child eventually became a friend to me. I'm sure it's because of what my approach is. I'm like a coach. It's a football reference, right? Do we know what encroachment is? Like when you're offsides, right? So we know, like as adults, we were once the kids, right? We should come in with the expectation, knowing that we're gonna get some kind of backlash because, okay, y'all teens, y'all kind of know, y'all think y'all know what's going on, but it's not. As an adult, we should be more emotionally mature than you to allow you to go through whatever you gotta go through, even if you gotta curse me out, which is fine. But so that's I'm like a coach that don't care about little encroachment part. I don't mind that things are gonna get tense. I know that's what change is, right? If we're here to inspire change, we have to expect backlash and or resistance, right? So as long as I get through to you, and for them obviously, if they're encroaching, they're getting through to the quarterback, second quarterback, right? Yeah, they tend to get out of pocket, right? When the quarterback gets out of pocket, there's no line in front of him, so it's this open field. He can see everything clearer, right? So as long as you can see things clearer, I don't mind how our interaction proceeds from there. As long as you're doing better in life, I don't mind. I don't need anything. I don't need you to say thank you. I don't need you to say anything. I just want you to make sure that you're better off, right? So with that,
Let me get that mirror reference and then we can
cool.
wrap it.
So with that, now they can see things clearer. I look them dead in their eyes so they can see that I'm not judging. I'm but a mirror. I'm you, right? So I wouldn't dare judge you and or me. If anything, I'm gonna make sure that me realizes the true power that lies within me. That me is you, right?
That's real.
Correct.
Give him another round of applause. So, just give y'all the backstory, okay? I was a part of the original planning of this leadership council deal, right? And like, I had all the momentum and I threw out ideas. We had a few meetings. That's everybody that's a part of what's going on today, the whole production. But life goes on, stuff happens. Not bad, but one of your schoolmates made it to the regional track meet. And he competed on yesterday. It was in Waco, and I knew that this event was today, and I just didn't foresee me having spring ball practice, football practice, finishing practice, driving to Waco, coaching him through his event, coming back out here, being at prom last night, and then making it here this morning. But by the grace of God, I did make it, okay? So I was like, I'm in town, I'm in the city, I have an able body, I'm not sick, I'm well, I need to be there, okay? So I appreciate, the beings that made that got us another rotation, but if it would've only been 3 of y'all in here, I would've been here, okay? But I also wanted you guys to experience something that you probably do not get to experience. Spoken word, spoken reason, poetry is an entire industry in the city of Houston. It is not on social media. Well, it is on social media, some platforms, but it's not as prevalent as some of the other things that are on TikTok and so on and so forth. So, but I do want to let you guys know through him that this is a way of life. This is a platform. It's real dark in there normally, okay? It's really dark. And you really can't see the faces in there. You might be able to see like the first 2 rows. So you should just put your family in the first 2 rows because you're comfortable with them. And then you're speaking to the lights after that because you really can't see all the way to the back of the room. You got me? You're going to hear a lot of snapping. You're going to hear a lot of chuckles. You're going to hear a lot of, okay, all right, and encouragement, all right? It's a safe space,
Right.
is what I want to let y'all know. But again, I just wanted you guys to experience something that everybody don't get to experience. And hopefully you came away from this session with something. What you got?
Oh yeah, so just from just share why I began to write from a place of, I started to write from a place of depression because I used to get teased a lot, so about my speech impediment. And my grandmother, I used to get in fights and things of that nature. My grandmother told me, are you gonna go to be a weak man or a weak-minded man? I'm like, what? No. It's like, well, when you allow someone else to dictate your actions, you're like Pinocchio. So I used to allow other people's influence or how they received me to dictate my actions, and after that, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do that anymore. But after that, she gave me one of the what is it, composite notebook, composition notebook, I just began to write my feelings and what I went through, things that, and then eventually it turned into, artwork. So I definitely, obviously, I know you guys got notes on your phone, so I got, you can scroll through, like through my phone, have I'm about to write a book and all type of stuff like that. So you can scroll through my stuff, and what you write today it doesn't have to be poetry. Like we have business ideas and things of that nature from like 10 years ago. And sometimes when you look at them, like, I didn't even, why didn't I act upon that? And then it gives you a chance to act upon what you call, because we understand you got assets, but you have something called intellectual property, right? If you don't know what that is, it's your ideas can make you not just talk about money. It can make you happy. It can make you wealthy if you learn how to monetize it. So start putting real stuff. Start putting real stuff on real paper and take the time to, like you said, to reflect on it. And I promise you will see progress over time.
So, like I said, again, hopefully, if I didn't say anything, he said something. If he didn't say anything, something triggered in your mind and gave you that aha moment, okay? We talk about periodic
I'm
table.
mentally ready because I stay connected to the universe like Wi-Fi.
There it is.
There it goes.
There it is. So, on your, I call them exit tickets. Some people call them parking lots or something like that. But on this blue piece of paper, on your sticky notes, please write something that you either took from this. If you would have liked us to do better, it's cool. Like, we don't care. I'm not looking at what color markers y'all writing with. Like, I don't care.
Do they have to write with more?
Real.
Do they have to write the right with
Whatever you have, I'm fine with whatever you have. But be real, we love feedback. This is something that we are going to be doing a lot of, okay? So just give us some feedback, and then y'all can place those on the parking lot directly across the hall. Matter of fact, don't even put it on the parking lot. We're gonna be raw, real, and nothing good. We're gonna be real. Just put it on that wall straight ahead on your way out. Anybody got any questions? What's up?
We got fun,
Nah, I don't want your name on it. I don't want you, no judgment in here. You could be, what's your name?
Joseph,
What's your next name?
my name is Joseph.
Josie. Okay, you Josie. And I'm, I can't give y'all that nickname. But yeah, one of them, okay? But yeah, just be raw, be real. We're not doing no tricking whatsoever. But we appreciate y'all time, and most definitely appreciate you and whomever got you here this morning, because y'all could have been doing anything right now, but y'all here with us, so it's cool. Y'all good, man. Y'all going to your next rotation. It's actually